Hey there, everybody. Welcome to part 5 of a day on the Dubkir Valley Railway. My name's Kirk. I'm the owner and founder of Dubkir Media, a company that does mostly rail videos, but we do have some calendars and some other projects on the horizon. We are at East Whittier now. It's shortly after 1 p.m. game time. And our eastbound daily freight is coming into East Whittier, and it's going to set off the cars that are for Whittier, which are the sawmill, and for actually I don't have any cars for in town, but if there were, it would set them off. If you haven't tuned into parts 1 through 4, I recommend doing so. We got a lot of fun stuff. It shows you how we got to this point, why I have a locomotive selected in the bottom left corner that is not currently on the screen. That clicked on the wrong one. Okay, this train's clear of that. We'll throw the switches back for the main. If you haven't seen parts 1 through 5 or 1 through 4, and you decided you didn't want to go through the few hours worth of watching, I can give you a quick update. We got an eastbound passenger train between Bryson and Governor's Island. The westbound coal empty actually just met this train at Whittier. That's how we conclude part 4. We have a Whittier switcher just on the other side of this yard here. So number 5 is just on the other side of that cut of cars. That's the cut of cars that's for this train. And then cars, I believe it's 2 through 7. So this gondola, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 box cars are coming to the sawmill here. We'll get pulling. And I figured I would take on water while we're here. I figured the stop would be fairly close to this point, knowing where I put the UZ. So we're going to switch Whittier here real quick. Just a simple drop, pick up, and go. I may leave it in the middle to go see this meet between the passenger train and the coal train. I'll leave this camera here real quick, and we'll go to the map and check things out just because. Oh boy, look at that. That's right now the passenger train is going a faster speed limit than the coal train, so the passenger is going to have to wait. Now that said, this is actually going to be a really fun meet. So a little bit about the company. I haven't really dove into the company at all. We have 15 titles currently of rail videos. As I'm doing this, I have 15 titles. I have one where the files are written. I just need to actually start burning copies onto DVD. I have one where the narration is complete and the narration is being inserted. I have 2 that are in the process of being edited, and then I have 2 more where the filming is complete and I haven't even started editing those yet. So naturally, here I am playing a video game. A video game that actually takes several hours. You know, fun stuff, priorities. We do have the website. There's a link to the website in the description if you're interested in checking out the titles. For now, it is mostly Western stuff, but I do have one of the ones that I have the filming finished and haven't started editing. One of those is an Eastern video. I do have one video where it's kind of a smorgasbord, and one of the pieces within that video is Norfolk and Western 611. I actually just posted the 611 part of the video to my YouTube channel, so go check that out if you're interested in Norfolk and Western 611. And then I've got plans this summer, well, very, very tentative plans this summer to potentially be able to go out east and get a few titles filmed. But for now, mostly things are out west. You know, we got BNSF across Arizona, we got MRL, we got KCS. We got a couple videos that are on the Cumbres and Toltec, including the Victorian Iron Horse Roundup, which is one of the full-length programs we have on our YouTube channel. Got three programs on the YouTube channel. Or I guess it's 5, but 3 of those are in one video. So I've got 3 videos on the YouTube channel, which are 5 programs. So go check those out. And if you'd like to see more, you can give us a subscribe. The more subscribers we get, the more likely we are to post more of the full-length programs onto the YouTube. And I do apologize for that little, hopefully it didn't pick up on the recording, but for me it stuttered pretty good. If not though, then great. Ignore what I just said. We are got something going on here because this is not how my computer normally operates. Yeah, I mean, if you watched parts 1 through 4, you rarely saw any sort of stuttering or slowdowns or anything like that. So there goes the coal train. Here comes the passenger train. It's got to stop at Ela. I would imagine we don't have as many passengers as the westbound train had, but still a pretty good amount. So we'll go back to number 21 here. Back to 21 and finish this work up so that way I can get the train on the move before the passenger train gets to be in the area. Because that first gondola right behind the locomotive is going to Slay, Mica, and Schist, which is at Wilmot, and that's off the main. So I've got to have that work done here fairly quickly. But otherwise, you know, this train is ready to just head to Dillsborough. And a large portion of this train is now ready for interchange. But I do have, should be these first 3 boxcars here are all going to Dillsborough. And I haven't mentioned this, I don't think, since part 1, but my background within the game, I've got, at this point, I'm now at about 233-ish, probably, hours invested in the game. So, I mean, not terribly a lot, but enough that I am on, if we look at our daily reports, I'm on day 41, which I think is solid, you know, given that the entire time I've been by myself for all this. The game itself is about as vanilla as it gets. I have no mods. I'm not in the experimental branch. And as of me doing this, they have not pushed through the timetable updates or the AI waypoint updates. They haven't pushed any of that stuff through, so no SD7, no AI waypoints, no timetable, none of that stuff yet. Looking forward to it, though. I realize it's going to be a lot to take in once it finally does come through. And fill up with water real quick. Shouldn't take too terribly long. Although this is a fairly large tender. I was going to do it. If I remember my planning correctly for the quote-unquote yesterday, I was going to do it as I brought the cars back into the yard from Appalachian Hardwoods. You know, they've got that water plug that's on the siding. I was going to do it then, but spaced it. You ever space anything? It happens to me. That's enough water. I don't need a lot. I know I'm going to be servicing the whole everything, probably filling with coal, filling the water, and all that when I get it back to Hillsborough. So I just need a few thousand, couple thousand gallons to get it up to the top. And once this couple is made, we are actually good to take off towards Thomas Valley. Let's look at my dispatcher's board real quick. I got the birdie is there. Got my full train here, and it's not lined anywhere, so we're gonna get them lined. Let's just send them all the way up. Passenger train is at Ela. And we're going to line the freight only to Thomas Valley East. Perfect. We'll line these, but we won't actually click on them. There we go. I didn't fully forget about this, and I knew I had to line my switches. There we go. This guy is now lined out. Check one more time because occasionally I don't trust myself. See if I can frame this right to where we can catch those cars in the background. Because again, rail fanning here is fun. Perfect. Nice run by. It was a very nice run by, and now we got number 5 backing out. I paid the crew to position it like that for the meet. It's me. I'm the crew. I paid myself. There we go. The switches are now lined back for the main line at East Whittier, and the passenger train can be lined through. There we go. We're on to the, these are the cars that are for the Whittier sawmill. We're on them, and let's get out here. What I can do is I can shove them clear, and then I can shove the box cars into... I've been using the track closer to the building, just because I'm not doing a push and pull, if you will. And while we're waiting for the switcher to shove those out, we'll check our dispatcher's board real quick because once again, you know, I can forget about some of these trains. Passenger train lined out of Whittier. Full train is on the approach to Bryson. And both of those are lined. We'll enter that one up. Nothing else is going through ELA for the day. That'll work. So my goal, what I will be doing is I will be stopping this wherever I am at once this birdie gets to Thomas Valley. Then I am going to try my hardest to get the switching done at Wilmot. Wilmot. I don't know how it's pronounced. I'm not from out there. My goal is to get that switching done and complete before the passenger train even gets to Thomas Valley. Big ask. Fortunately for me, even though the passenger train is running faster than the freight train, fortunately the station stop there at Wilmot, it's actually a really nice station stop to have in terms of, you know, we saw the meet this morning between it and the coal train. We also will have, it'll allow the freight train to get up the hill a little bit. And if I had to guess, I would say the passenger train will be running around the freight train at Cowie. Because of the locomotive has to do the turnaround and the servicing and stuff at Dillsboro, which will require the main. So I'll probably stop the freight train at Cowie, run the passenger around it. I've done it before. Actually, a really cool shot, rail fanning wise. I've watched it happen before. And again, dispatching wise, these are the moves that I'm planning. I mean, that move probably will not take place during this particular part. It'll probably be in the final part. This is part 5, so probably a part 6, which will kind of be wrapping everything up, but so that's my goal. That's how far out I'm thinking of the planning. And then why is one approaching? Okay, that's why it has an approach. By the time it departs, this is going to be close. Now 5's coming down. We're going to set off, like I said, we're going to set off the 5 boxcars on the track closer to the building. Passenger train just arrived at the depot. And the gondola, I'm just going to kick the gondola into the other gondola. Because kicking cars is fun. Another thing I won't do, especially if in this situation, I won't kick these 5 boxcars into the track. That's just, I don't want to get the handbrakes and stuff involved, so. So I usually just actually hand deliver them. But I will kick the gondola because one, it's one car, and two, I already have a gondola sitting on that track. Realized I didn't throw my switch. Now I threw my switch. That would have been embarrassing. Haven't had enough embarrassing moments here in the last couple videos. Okay, 21. So the freight train is approach on the Thomas Valley. So once it gets there, by the time it gets there, I would imagine the passenger train will still be stopped, but we're going to be doing the work while the passenger train is bearing down. It's going to be close. It's going to be interesting. And we're good. All the boxcars have been delivered. Perfect. And so again, if anybody doesn't have the game or is thinking about purchasing it or is new to the game, your two biggest money makers are the coal mine and the sawmill. Although, not gonna lie, once you do get the line open from Silva all the way to Alarka Junction, the passenger train is pretty solid. There we go. See how fast I can get this thing shoved. Here we go. So number 5 is done for the day, other than just moving it back onto the set of log cars. So here we go. This train at Thomas Valley is starting to slow down. You know what I'm going to do is I am going to take control of it. I'm going to kick off the brakes, and we're going to line myself out. And there's my gondola being delivered. Perfect. Didn't mean to zoom in that far. I'll actually sit in the engineer's seat for a little bit. Why not? I mean, it's only up to the depot up here, but... And then that gondola is ready for interchange, so... I'll be doing a pickup and a set out. And the goal is to get those done as absolutely fast as possible. And now our passenger train is departing. This could be interesting. See how fast I can do a pickup and a set out. Well, that was quick. That's about all the actual running time I get, usually. Just because there's so much switching involved that until the waypoint thing is implemented, I mean, that's going to be the amount of switching that I get. Because this is the kind of move that seems like it would be perfect for that waypoint thing. I don't know though. I don't have it yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can't kick both of these cars. Once I get this, what is that? Nashville, Chattanooga, and St. Louis, I believe is what NC St. Louis is. Once I get it picked up, I'm going to take them both out onto the main, kick that one into the train, hopefully kick this, what is that, New York, Ontario, and Western? I don't know symbols from out east. I only get a $1 bonus for being timely because I screwed it up yesterday. I also find it interesting I'm picking up another blue car on a day when I'm bringing my box cars finally to interchange. You know, because I, quote, didn't think there was enough diversity in the game. Hopefully that's enough oomph to get it to the train. And we'll stop it there. Perfect. There we go. Moves are complete. All right, road crew, get it the heck out of here. There we go. Now, except for those 3 box cars in the middle, the whole train is ready for interchange. I will line the hill to Cowie. Whole train going up that way, perfect, which will allow me to shove those 2 box cars back out. There we go. I like it. So it's still 17 car train, but it's much heavier 17 car train than when we left Bryson. And now I believe we come back to Bryson, fall down the stairs and grab number 20 and finally make our shove out to Appalachian Hardwoods. Do a hook here and just a simple shove. But yeah, once this move is done here, we will be completely finished on the Bryson portion of the rail line. The Bryson's done. Whittier, all I have to do is move number 5 back onto the log train. Full train's still going up the hill. And then we got both the passenger and the freight going back towards Dillsboro and ultimately Silva. That is something I have to watch for, is I'm guessing that freight will clear that signal before that passenger gets to that signal. I don't know. I've been wrong before. There we go. Now we're lined into Appalachian Hardwoods. The first car is going to G3, so I will have to throw this switch. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop it down here so I can kick this car onto this cut, and then I can just hand deliver the other car. Oh, this is going to be close. Am I going to have the passenger train stop? No, I will not. Yes. It was down to 2 miles an hour. So that car will be getting picked up tomorrow. 183 gallons left. Western Maryland was delivered, quote unquote, yesterday. Actually, before I started this video for a day on the Dubkir Valley, it had been about a week and a half since I had played this game. I actually had to do a little bit of a trial run just to remember what it was I was going to do before I started recording. Kind of gather my plans, because that's the last thing I do before every quote-unquote day is once I hit sleep and it becomes 6 a.m., I save it immediately, and then I go out and I plan the day. I look at all the industries, see what all needs worked, and then I quit without saving, so that way I can start over the next day right at 6 o'clock in an effort to try to make everything work. Getting the air back in. This one's getting kicked. Oh, you gone. And by now that boxcar is, well, let's see here real quick. I might be, yeah, see, production stopped because you do get every once in a while, you get to a point where you almost need to bring 2 of these boxcars for R1. Because every once in a while you get a 30-ton boxcar with the dimensional lumber, and they don't, they run out over here. So I'm guessing by the morning, neither one of those boxcars will need picked up. This one that I'm coupled up to will. Which is why I actually leave my power out here. If you remember, I don't remember if it was part 1 or part 2 where we started the switching in Bryson. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the locomotive out here past this switch, and number 20 will be done for the day. In fact, I think that's probably a pretty good stopping point here for part 5. Because at this point, we've got 2 freights climbing the hill going eastbound. We got 1 coal train climbing the hill going westbound, and switching is almost done for the day. Stop it with the rods down because it looks better. There we go. All right. Yeah, we'll call that one where we are. So that's the end of part 5. Be sure to tune in for part 6. And don't forget to give us a subscribe. Also, go find us on Facebook and Instagram. That's the best way to get updates for the example for the videos for our other projects, potential YouTube videos, and what have you. So thanks for watching. Be sure to have a good one.